welcome back to RBG Gold Rush. We have the last of our Castlevania games for this block, Symphony of the Night. And Jupiter, take it away.
Okay, so here we go. This is the most popular of the Igavanias, and I think it's one of the best. So time's gonna start. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're starting out as Richter. I am not a Richter speedrunner myself, but I kind of learn the basics for Alucard as well. So I'm going for a glitch right off the bat here. It's kind of funny and glitchless, but it's unavoidable, so we allow it. It's called damage stacking. If you do Hydro Storm and then throw the Holy Water, you'll get extra damage in. We're going to do that again. And this is random, so I'm going to hope for good stacks here. Those were average, not great. So I played that fight in a particular way because I want to get certain stats for Alucard. One of the interesting things about that intro sequence is depending on how well you play, Alucard can start with better or worse stats and better or worse items. So I ended up with the cross sub-weapon to increase my intelligence, which is the most important stat in this round, as we'll see. And I also ended up with 0 hearts. So here we go. This is the classic shield dashing. A little bit faster than walking. Ooh, almost. Got a little greedy there. So in every other category except this one, we would do what's called a death skip, where you would skip the upcoming cutscene and keep all of this great endgame gear. But this is glitchless, and that's not allowed. So we're gonna have to make do with nothing for a little bit.
What?
Good old death, always causing trouble.
So now we no longer have a shield, but it's still faster to backdash. Just gotta time it. And interestingly, in this game you have to get a relic to have the candles drop items. So that Cube of Zoe I picked up means we're going to be able to get money and hearts from the candles. That's some bad luck.
Gotta say, I feel a little bit bad for Zoe. She's missing her cube.
You know, it's interesting. I think that was actually named after the daughter of one of the game's localizers, if I recall correctly. That's a nice little homage, I think.
Oh, that's fun. That sounds like the thing that would happen that none of your friends would ever believe. Like, no, no, that's named after me. Yeah, sure it is.
Alright, so already we're almost at the first boss. Gaibon and Slagra. Now, we don't have a weapon, but that's fine. It turns out that Alucard's fists are actually one of the best weapons in the game. They double hit and they're pretty strong. So we're going to use that plus a spell.
So, Castlevania Punch-Out Edition.
Exactly right. Now, you know how in like Super Metroid, you have a bunch of abilities the game never tells you about, but they're actually unlocked from the start if you know what you're doing? Same thing here. You can use all the spells from the start if you know the proper inputs.
Nice.
And that makes Alucard quite overpowered. Okay. Got a decent damage roll here. So Alucard's stats are actually random, which is interesting. So every level up, it's a little bit unpredictable what stats you get. So something runners look out for in this category is they try to get a sense of how good Alucard's stats happen to be. So if I can double hit the zombies and kill them, that means I got a pretty decent strength roll. I did not want that X, that's fine. Oh, come on. This room is terrible. The Flea Man room.
Oh, yeah. Fleamen are
Everybody
just
knows
terrible
it.
in general.
It's true. Much like the Medusa heads, this is an enemy type that always causes problems.
Anything with a small hitbox, I feel like. Small hitbox and pushback. Just, yeah. I love that Alucard looks like he's just speed moonwalking.
Yeah, Alucard's animations in this game are really something else, I think. This game still looks great. God, how old is it at this point? Decades?
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty game.
It's a
And
bit
I feel
of a
like
trick
it's
here.
the one everybody thinks of when they think of an Iga Castlevania.
I think so too. It's definitely iconic. So yeah, what I did there is I activated a spell, and when you activate a spell, you get some iframes. So I was abusing that to just skate past those plants.
And I mean, Iga's continued on to make some really, really nice games as well.
Yeah, this game's fantastic, but it's definitely got some interesting decisions. For example, this one. So the doppelganger fight can be pretty tough for an early game boss. However, it's weak to the stopwatch. So we're just going to activate the stopwatch and punch it a little bit. And there we go. That's the fight.
I just gotta say that as much of a crime as it is to like remove the music from a game, if you were to pull the music out of this game and replace it with Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, this game would have a completely different feel.
Okay, so we're going to go up here, activate the elevator. Ooh, that's some bad luck. Have not seen a worse Medusa head spawn. That's alright, just a couple seconds. And this gives us the power of Wolf. Well, I shouldn't say that, that's actually the name of another relic. But yeah, it's the Wolf form. And this is actually really important. So the Wolf is pretty good. It's not required for most things, but in this run, we're going to use it to actually do a little skip. Not a glitch. Again, much like with Dawn, we would call this more of an exploit. And yeah, if you know how to use it, and if you pick your spots, this is actually faster than backdashing.
I feel like every Metroidvania has some kind of exploit for breaking sequences.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's funny because like in the early games, right, it was clearly not intentional. But now it feels like it's become a genre staple, which I'm a big fan of. So here, for example, I'm going to try... Sorry?
You wonder if in their planning sessions, they're like, well, what if we put in 2 different ways to get this? Or
yeah, it does add a lot of replay value, I think. So yeah, here I'm going for some difficult wolf tech. Going okay so far. Here though, I'm going to play it safe and just untransform. Those tables can definitely knock you around. Oh my god. Okay.
again, that flea man just giving you some trouble there. They're just
We're gonna-
miserable little creatures.
Thankfully, not many more Fleamen in the run that we have to worry about. So we got a fight coming up. It's if you get the setup, it's very easy, but if you don't, it can get a little scary. So healing for safety. So what I did there, I turned into Wolf, and then I untransformed, and that basically gave me an unintended dive kick. So you're supposed to have the double jump to get up here, but I'm up here way early.
So is this one like the last one where we're going to be a little bit under leveled, or do we stay pretty much on level for this run?
You know, with Soten, it's kind of hard to say what is and what is not underleveled. You've got so many insanely broken weapons in this game that, well, we'll see. For now, I'm going to punch. Okay, very good fight. But yeah, we're about to get a weapon, for example, in a couple of rooms that is going to completely destroy the game. So underleveled or not, we're going to be ready to go.
So I gotta ask, have you watched the Netflix Castlevania series yet?
I have, yeah.
What'd you think of it?
Without saying too much, because I know people are still watching it. I'm a fan. Yeah.
I thought it was really well done as well.
You enjoyed it as well? Excellent. Yeah, I'm glad it's getting more people into the series.
I'm interested in this.
A little shopping trip there. Now I'm going to equip the shield rod and the iron shield. I am not even kidding when I say we are going to use this on every boss for the rest of the game, including Dracula. It's that good. Oh, almost forgot to say. This is a very easy trick, but I often mess it up. Okay, we got it. Cool. So the way the shield rod works, by itself, it's kind of an unimpressive weapon. It's okay. But it activates certain spells when you have shields equipped. Like this one. And that's the fight. That attack is as strong as it looks. And that gives us Bat. Now, Bat is the main form of movement in Soten, and it's one of the reasons I love this game as much as I do. Bat movement, if you can get it right, it is super fluid. But first, I'll buy one more thing here. A mana prism.
What can I do for you?
I'm interested. I'm interested in.
Farewell for now.
I feel like this is definitely like the most vocal characters have been in a Castlevania game.
Oh, absolutely. And the voice acting in this game, mixed opinions. I think it's great. I think it's just the right amount of campy and very memorable.
I mean, I personally love camp in video games, so I'm all in.
Yeah, same. So that's what a wing smash looks like. It's another kind of secret combo you can do. It's 3/4 circle forward. It's almost like a fighting game input, and it can be hard to chain them together. But once you do, you get a lot of speed. Also, I think we got pretty good MP here, if I'm not mistaken, which is good.
Yeah, all of those secret things just remind me of the old like gaming magazines and the tips and tricks magazines.
Yep, it was a different time during these games. They were a lot more comfortable being cryptic. I don't think that would fly in modern game design, which is probably for the best. I kind of respect it.
And this would be right at the beginning of internet really being accessible to everybody. And some of those Prima guides kind of going the way of the dinosaur.
Man, Prima, there's a flashback right there. Haven't heard that name in a while. I'm gonna go for a skip here. Yeah, easy, cool. Oh, come on, no. You gotta be kidding me. Now what? Alright. Let's just knock some of these out. Okay, so we've gotten some atrocious Medusa headlock this run. Okay, alright.
Now, I used to work for GameStop, so I've sold quite a few of those guides.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, excellent. I definitely remember getting some good value out of certain strategy guides back in the day. Alright, so
And
once
those are
again,
game FAQs.
more shield rod spells. And now, way out of order, we're actually going to pick up double jump finally. And with double jump, I can do stuff like that where I do a dive kick and then activate bat. That's actually very fast. And as you can see, we're just kind of zipping along here with these wing smashes.
Yeah, the movement in this game is super fun too. Like the movement in the last few games has been great.
Yeah, absolutely. Something I think the Castlevania series does exceptionally well. Places a strong emphasis on fun movement. Okay, and there's that fight.
Oh wow. If that was blinking, you'll miss it.
So I don't want to run too low on MP here, so I'm going to play this a little bit safe. That looks good. So there's another trick, let's call it, coming up. Not a glitch. Not a glitch. I'm going to do this. Where's that mana prism? Oh, I was worried I didn't buy it. Okay. Scared me for a second. Alright, we're good. Nice, okay. So what I just did there was I used the mana prism and I abused its iframes to get through the spike room early. Now again, it's hard to call that a glitch because the iframes of the mana prism are intended. The way you're using it probably isn't, but wouldn't say that quite qualifies as a glitch.
We don't know what they might have been thinking, right?
Exactly, yeah, it's hard to say.
I feel like that's firmly in exploit territory.
Okay, so if we want to access the reverse castle, which is where Dracula is, we need three things: the silver ring, the gold ring, and the holy glasses. We just got the silver ring in that spike room. Now we're going to make our way down and pick up the gold ring. I'm also going to be picking up some big hearts along the way. If you get enough of these, you can avoid having to use a heart refresh, which is kind of a... well, it's a slightly faster way to approach. It saves like 3 seconds overall.
Every second counts in a speedrun.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
Especially with Soten. Soten is a highly competitive speed game, as you can imagine. The best runners are crazy good at this game. If you watch like an any percent run or an all bosses speed run, they do some incredibly difficult tricks with amazing consistency. So, yeah, in that kind of context, every second absolutely counts.
You know, one thing I was surprised by when I started running games is I thought I would get sick of the game after a while. You never really do get sick of the game.
Yeah, and to your point, I actually find it's the opposite, where not only do I not get sick of it, I actually find that I appreciate games more after I speedrun them. For example, Aria is a game I fondly remembered as a kid as being pretty dang good. Then after speedrunning it, became my favorite because I learned all about the nuances of the movement and all the different ways you could play it at a high level.
Yeah, I feel like speedrunners become ambassadors almost for their games.
I love that. I think that's a great way to put it, the ambassadors of the community, yeah. It's true. Something like Soten, for example, honestly, all the Igavanias, I think these games are better even than a lot of people give them credit for. They're really a top shelf stuff.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of games that I think would probably be completely forgotten if it wasn't for speedrunning, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mr. Gimmicks and things. Those kind of games would have probably just faded away if it hadn't been for the really fun speedruns.
So we have not yet entered the second castle, but we're actually over the halfway point now. Got the gold ring, the silver ring. And the holy glasses are just right over here, so not a very long trip. Okay, there's the flea man, but we can just bat right through it. Easy. So this part right here is actually very spooky. If you listen carefully, there are 13 rings of the bell. I feel like in general this game has got some really excellent attention to detail. I feel like every time I play it, whether it's a randomizer or a speedrun, I'm always learning something new. It's a very rich game.
You can always tell when a game is like a love project for developers, you know, where they were just like, I love this game, I'm gonna make it as awesome as I can, you know?
So for whatever reason, this is a very weird part of the game. Maria's in a spike room and now she's just down here in this Egyptian cube. But yeah, I'm glad she is because now we get the holy glasses so we can go to the second castle. But first, let me throw on a couple of things we picked up. So Shield Rod, Moonstone is pretty good. That gives us a little bit better stats. Then the holy glasses are going to let us get past the fake final boss and access the second castle. Ooh, that's bad. I did not get the front slide there. That's something you want to get. It saves like a few frames, but if you don't get it, it's a little bit fraudulent. Oh well, nobody saw that.
Yeah, it's only a marathon, right? How many people could be watching?
Exactly. All right, so otherwise, I've been really happy with how this run's gone so far. And here we go. We're going to use the shield rod again. And there we go. So the second castle is really kind of a cool throwback to Castlevania 1. There are 5 Vlad relics you have to get. And they're actually the 5 bosses from the original Castlevania. So Giant Bat, Medusa, a Mummy Man, Death, and Frankenstein Monster. A lot of people actually didn't realize that's how they were set up. There are a lot more bosses in the second castle, but those 5 are the ones you need to defeat. So we're going to go fight the Giant Bat first here.
I never knew that. That's really interesting.
Now, I will say, this part of the run is definitely the scarier part of the run. Second castle is no joke. This game does have a reputation for being easy. As you can see, we got a lot of good offensive weapons. But you got to be careful. The enemies do hit hard here. Oops, a little bit too low there. so this is the worst room in the game. Let's see if I can get it. Easy, very nice. Okay. Yeah, if that room goes badly, it's super easy to get juggled around. I'm a bit low on MP here, so let's use 1 and do something like this. Actually, I'm very low on MP here. Let's do maybe this. So I'm doing a little improv here. That'll work fine.
Oh, yes, and I'm down for some improv.
That's one of the things I love about Soten Glitchless so much. The MP value from run to run, because the stats are randomized, it's not always the same, so you have to kind of account for, you know, what do you do if you have more MP than average, and what do you do if you have less MP than average? It can get pretty interesting.
It definitely seems like the last few runs have been very mentally taxing, so a lot of having to think on the fly.
Exactly right. Okay, these are bad mist bats. There's a trick you can do where you turn into a mist and then turn into a bat, and it saves a little bit of time, but if you don't time it properly, it's a pretty small frame window, then you use a little bit more MP than you want, so we're going to take this the slow way here. I think that's enough MP. Yeah, okay. You'll also notice I picked up the holy water. That's actually pretty useful for second castle bosses. Okay, is it finally time for me to get a Ring of Varda? I've never gotten one. Oh, I thought I had it. Oh, I saw the box come up. I got so excited. Just $100. So the Ring of Varda is a very rare drop. I have never gotten it in a speedrun, but it dramatically increases your stats if you happen to pick it up from those gold skeletons. So you really want that, but it's super rare. Probably saves a good like 15 to 20 seconds over the course of a run, which is nice. That was a little bit off.
I think just the act of flipping the castle is so much of a mind trick that it really gets into your head the first time you play this game.
Yeah, I don't know whose idea this was, but I think it's pretty genius. Now, I will say that, you know, the response to this castle, I think in modern times especially, is a little bit mixed. A lot of people don't like it because it can be a little bit awkward to move around. But once you know all the little speed techs, it's actually pretty fluid, I think. So this part's very easy to die. I do have a backup save if needed. We're going to try to get it first try. Easy, very good. Okay. So basically you cannot miss a wing smash there or you're in great danger. We go for setup here. Okay. So we're almost done with the game. And as you can see, that shield rod is still tearing through bosses.
Yeah, I definitely didn't get through bosses that fast casually.
So we got
the
only
music
two
in this
bosses.
area is so good.
Yeah, no, the second castle I think has some pretty nice tunes, honestly. So yeah, we got two bosses left. We got Medusa and the Mummy. Oh, that's bad. So I'm cursed now, which means I can't attack or use a shield, but thankfully when you go through an area transition, it cures your status ailment, which is nice. Oh, nice aim. Nice aim. Alright, so yeah, you're supposed to get the holy water in the middle here, like that. There we go.
Later, Medusa. That was a quick fight.
So I'm gonna take a trip down here. We're gonna pick up another mana prism. Very convenient, it's right on the way. And let me get one heart here for safety. Now, something that's very funny about this upcoming fight. So the mummy is weak to holy and to fire. Can you guess what the elements are of the holy water?
I'm gonna guess holy and fire.
You got it, yeah. This fight is a farce. I'm gonna throw like 4 holy waters, but it takes like 3. So here we go, don't blink. That's it. That's gotta be the easiest boss in the game. Now, sometimes if you mess that up, which I have done on a bad day, you'll get picked up and wrestled around. The mummy will throw you against the wall. That's a little shameful if that happens. It's bad gameplay, but pretty good fight there. And that's it. Now it's time to go fight Dracula.
I gotta say that if you did miss that boss fight, or if you missed any of the other runs in the earlier parts of today, or yesterday, or the day before, and you want to catch them up, you can type !YouTube in chat, and all the runs will be VODed on that channel.
Oh, that's bad. Okay, oof. So that enemy right there, you just don't want to get hit by that enemy. You get like 2-shot. It's horrifying. I messed up my misbat. So we lost a couple seconds, but we did not lose the run. So I'm more than happy with that. Okay, so now that because we have all 5 of the Dracula relics, the Vlad relics, this room's gonna open up. And this final boss is a 2-parter. We got the Shaft fight first, and then Dracula proper. Both of them will be using the Shield Rod. And a time will be coming up in about a minute or so. I did it again. Sorry. I made this mistake in practice. You're supposed to re-equip the shield rod. I think it's almost dead here. Yeah, okay. So that's a mistake. You know, in a marathon run, no big deal. A couple seconds. In a speed run, that has happened to me. That can be a heartbreaker. Easy to get lost in the menus, you know?
It always sucks to lose a PB pace to menuing.
Never a good feeling. Okay, so 4 shield rods, and we're going to be good to go on this fight.
Behold my true form and its best!
Okay, that's time.
Very nice.
Go back whence you came.
Trouble the soul of my mother no
Very
more.
nice. I set kind of a low estimate for this one because I wanted to push myself, so I'm very glad we got the sub 35. Very good run.
Super fun run. I really enjoyed watching that. So, since we're in our last of the Castlevania block, if people wanted to learn more about Castlevania speedrunning, where should they go?
Yeah, let me quickly just pause the cutscene here. Unfortunately, you can't skip that one. But yeah, I was super pleased to be invited to do this Castlevania block. I think all the runs went well. If you'd like to follow me, you can at twitch.tv/JupiterClimb. We've also got a growing community, and we're always eager to get more people into these games. Hopefully, I was able to showcase that this series is full of great speed games, and yeah, we'd love to have more people join.
Thank you so much for showing it off. This entire block has been so much fun. And coming up next, we have Bioshock 2. This is going to be my last section for this stream. And it's been wonderful being on and you all having me. I've had so much fun. If you do want to give me a follow, twitch.tv/KamiCat86 or on Twitter at KamiCat86. I do stand-up comedy. I do speedrunning, all kinds of different stuff. So give me a follow on those. Stream is going to go down for a few moments while we do some technical stuff, but it will be right back up. Please stick around.